Can a machine ever truly understand right from wrong? It's a question that may sound like it's straight out of a science fiction novel, but in the age of artificial intelligence, it's a bona fide modern dilemma. AI is no longer a figment of imagination, confined to the pages of a dystopian novel. It's here, it's now, and it's increasingly becoming part of our everyday lives, from our smartphones to our cars, from our workplaces to our homes. But as these lines between fiction and reality blur, as we delegate more and more tasks to these intelligent machines, we stumble upon a fundamental question. How do we ensure these AI systems, these new non-human decision makers, are making the right choices? The ethical choices? The importance of ethics in AI is not to be understated. As these systems become more complex, more autonomous, their decision-making processes become less transparent. And when a decision made by an AI has real-world consequences, who's to be held responsible? The AI or the humans who created it? This isn't just about responsibility, though. It's about potential harm and damage. Unethical AI can exacerbate biases, infringe upon privacy, and even manipulate people and systems. The stakes are high, and the consequences can be dire. It's not all doom and gloom, though. AI also presents unprecedented opportunities for growth, innovation, and improvement. But to harness these benefits, to ensure AI is a tool for good, we need to be proactive. We need to consider and reconsider the ethical frameworks that guide the development and deployment of AI. As we delve deeper into the world of artificial intelligence, we must pause to consider the ethical implications. It's not just about what AI can do, it's about what it should do. It's about ensuring that as we step into this brave new world of AI, we do so with our eyes wide open, cognizant of the potential pitfalls and poised to navigate them in a way that is just, fair, and responsible. As we delve deeper into the world of artificial intelligence, we must pause to consider the ethical implications. Remember the Cambridge Analytica scandal? Let's revisit that. A story that rocked the world in early 2018. It was a stark example of how artificial intelligence, or AI, can be used to manipulate public opinion on a grand scale. Cambridge Analytica, a data analytics company, harvested the personal data of millions of Facebook users without their consent. But the story didn't stop there. The company used this data to create sophisticated AI algorithms. These algorithms were designed to understand human behavior, predict political inclinations, and ultimately influence voting patterns. The data was used to create psychographic profiles of users, categorizing people based on their psychological attributes. These profiles were then used to target individuals with personalized political ads, playing on their fears, hopes, and biases. This was done during critical political events like the 2016 US presidential election and the Brexit referendum. The scandal led to a global outcry, with millions demanding answers from Facebook and Cambridge Analytica. It sparked a debate about the ethical implications of using AI in such a manner. Questions were raised about privacy, consent, and the sanctity of democratic processes. Is it ethical to use AI to influence public opinion to such an extent? Is it acceptable to exploit individuals' psychological traits for political gain? Where do we draw the line between innovative use of technology and unethical manipulation? The Cambridge Analytica scandal serves as a stark reminder of the potential of AI to shape and manipulate public opinion. It underscores the need for clear ethical guidelines when using AI, especially when it comes to handling personal data and influencing public discourse. This scandal was a wake-up call, highlighting the dangers of unchecked use of AI. It showed us that in the wrong hands, AI can be a potent tool for manipulation. It emphasized that we can't afford to ignore the ethical implications of AI any longer. We need to have serious conversations about the responsible use of AI to ensure that such misuse doesn't happen again. In the wrong hands, AI can be a potent tool for manipulation. Imagine this, you're in a self-driving car and here you are, cruising along in your autonomous vehicle, hands-free, no need to worry about the road. But then, out of nowhere, a group of pedestrians steps into the road. The car has to make a split-second decision to swerve and risk your life, or to continue on its path, endangering the lives of the pedestrians. This is a modern rendition of the age-old philosophical conundrum known as the trolley problem. The trolley problem poses an ethical dilemma, asking us to choose between two distressing outcomes. In its original form, you're on a runaway trolley, barreling down a track where it will hit 5 people. But you have the option to switch the trolley to a different track, where it will hit only 1 person. What do you do? Now imagine having to program this kind of moral decision into a machine. It's a complex task, isn't it? It's not just about coding and algorithms, it's about encoding ethics, a field that's been debated by philosophers for centuries. Self-driving cars are a technological marvel, offering the promise of safer roads, less traffic, and more leisure time for drivers. But they also force us to confront these ethical questions. How should the car be programmed to act in situations where harm is unavoidable? Should it prioritize the safety of the passengers, the pedestrians, or try to minimize overall harm? And it's not just about the lives at stake in an accident. There are other ethical issues too. For example, how should autonomous vehicles interact with human-driven cars on the road? Should they always yield, potentially causing traffic issues? Or should they be more aggressive, potentially causing accidents? These are difficult questions, and there are no easy answers. They remind us that ethics in AI is not a theoretical issue, but a real, tangible one that impacts our day-to-day lives. As we can see, even something as seemingly simple as driving can present a host of ethical dilemmas for AI. Job hunting can be a tough process, but what if the one making the decision is an AI? Welcome to the brave new world of artificial intelligence in hiring. Companies are increasingly turning to AI to sift through the mass of resumes they receive, hoping to streamline the process and select the best candidates. Sounds efficient, right? But here's the catch. AI learns from data, and if that data carries societal biases, the AI will unintentionally mirror those biases. It's like a child picking up habits from its surroundings. For instance, if AI is trained on data from a firm where men outnumber women in leadership roles, it might conclude that men are better leaders. This is not a hypothetical concern. Real-world instances have shown AI displaying gender or racial bias in hiring. Consider an AI that was trained to screen applicants for a tech company. The AI was fed data about successful hires in the past, which predominantly included men. As a result, the AI started downgrading applications that included words like women's, as in women's chess club captain, or even applications from women's colleges. The AI mirrored the gender disparity in the tech industry rather than correcting it. Or take the case of facial recognition software used in video interviews. These tools are trained on diverse faces, but if the training data is predominantly white, the AI might have trouble accurately analyzing faces of people of color. We see here that an AI, devoid of any personal bias, can still perpetuate discrimination. The ethical implications are significant. Hiring decisions can alter the course of people's lives, and if they are being influenced by biased AI, it raises serious questions about fairness and equality. It's not enough for AI to be efficient. It needs to be equitable too. This is a complex issue, and there isn't a quick fix. It requires ongoing work to ensure that the AI is trained on diverse representative data and regular checks to prevent and correct biases. Bias in AI, particularly in something as important as hiring, is a pressing ethical concern. We need to be vigilant to ensure that the promise of AI doesn't become a peril. So, who is responsible when AI goes wrong? Let's dive into this. The responsibility of ensuring that AI systems are ethical largely rests with the developers. Yes, those who spend countless hours coding and training these systems. The developers play a pivotal role in shaping the behavior of AI, and as a result, they are the gatekeepers of ethical AI. But why is the developer's responsibility so significant? Well, it's because the ethical considerations must be embedded right from the design phase. Just like how a building's foundation determines its strength, the initial design of AI systems maps out their ethical trajectory. Imagine this. An AI is like a child. The developers, akin to parents, guide its growth. They have a profound influence on how it perceives and interacts with the world. If they instill ethical principles from the get-go, The AI is more likely to act ethically when it's out there in the real world making autonomous decisions. However, it's not as simple as it sounds. AI ethics is a complex field, intertwining technology with philosophy, sociology, and law. Developers need to navigate this intricate maze and ensure their creations respect human values and rights. And that's a monumental task, but an essential one nonetheless. Moreover, developers must remain vigilant even after deployment. They should monitor their AI systems, identify any ethical lapses, and rectify them promptly. This is similar to how parents don't stop caring for their children once they reach adulthood. They continue to guide and correct them. But wait, isn't this too much of a burden on developers? Shouldn't there be others sharing this responsibility? Absolutely. While developers hold a significant chunk of the responsibility, they are not the only ones. Policymakers, regulators, and even users have roles to play in ensuring AI ethics. But that's a discussion for another time. For now, let's remember this. The ethical responsibility of AI is not a one-time task, but a continuous process. And this process begins with the developers. They hold the key to ensuring that AI, as it advances, respects our values, rights, and dignity. The ethical responsibility lies heavily on the shoulders of those who create and deploy AI. Can we rely solely on developers, or do we need regulations in place? That's the question we're tackling in this segment. Let's dig into the role of regulation in ensuring ethical AI. Now, the idea of regulation might seem like a buzzkill to some, but let's not forget that we're dealing with powerful technologies here. These are tools that can potentially reshape our society and our lives. While developers certainly bear a great deal of responsibility, we cannot entirely leave the ethical use of AI in their hands alone. That's where regulation steps in. Regulation provides a framework, a set of rules that guide how AI technologies should be developed and used. It's a bit like traffic rules, ensuring every driver on the road knows what's right and what's not, avoiding chaos and accidents. In the European Union, for instance, there are proposals for new regulations that would set strict limits on the use of AI in various sectors, from law enforcement to hiring. These regulations aim to prevent discriminatory practices and protect individual privacy. On the other side of the Atlantic, in the United States, lawmakers are considering bills that would require transparency in AI systems, making it easier for people to understand how these systems make decisions. However, regulating AI is not a walk in the park. The field is rapidly evolving, and keeping up with these changes is a significant challenge. Moreover, AI applications are diverse, which means one-size-fits-all regulations may not work. There's also the risk of stifling innovation if regulations are too restrictive. So yes, we need a delicate balance. Regulation is essential to ensure ethical AI, but it needs to be flexible and adaptable, taking into account the fast-paced nature of AI development and its wide-ranging applications. In conclusion, regulation plays a crucial role in ensuring that AI is used ethically. It provides a safety net, preventing misuse, and ensuring that the benefits of AI are accessible to all. But it's a complex and evolving field. We need to get it right, and that's a challenge we must rise to meet. As we continue to innovate, how can we ensure the ethical use of AI? This question brings us to the crux of our journey today, the future of AI ethics. It's a future that's under constant construction, shaped by ongoing discussions, interdisciplinary collaboration, and education. But let's take a moment to unpack what this means. First, ongoing discussions. These are not just any conversations. They are dialogues that include technologists, ethicists, policymakers, and the wider public. The objective is to foster a shared understanding of AI's potential benefits and risks, and to ensure that the perspectives of diverse stakeholders are considered. These discussions are crucial in creating a future where AI is used ethically and responsibly. Interdisciplinary collaboration is another key component. The future of AI ethics cannot be shaped by technologists alone. It requires the combined efforts of experts from a range of fields, including philosophy, sociology, law, and economics. By working together, these specialists can ensure that AI developments are guided not just by technical possibilities, but also by ethical considerations and societal needs. Finally, we come to education. This isn't limited to formal schooling. It extends to public awareness campaigns, professional development, and even the integration of ethics into computer science curricula. The more people understand about AI and its implications, the more equipped they are to engage in discussions about its ethical use. But what does the future of AI ethics look like? Well, it's an evolving landscape. We can expect to see more transparent AI systems that can explain their decisions in a way humans can understand. We might also witness the development of AI that can learn and adhere to ethical guidelines, minimizing the risk of unethical AI behavior. We might see an increase in laws and regulations governing AI use, ensuring that organizations are held accountable for any ethical transgressions. We could also observe a rise in ethical AI certifications, similar to the fair trade labels for products, providing assurance to users about the ethical usage of AI. However, the future of AI ethics isn't just about technology and regulations. It's also about fostering a culture of responsibility, where everyone involved in the design, development, and deployment of AI understands their role in ensuring its ethical use. In conclusion, the future of AI ethics is not a destination, but a journey. It's a path that requires constant vigilance, dialogue, collaboration, and education. It's a journey that we're all part of, whether we're AI developers, policymakers, or everyday users. Ensuring the ethical use of AI is a shared responsibility, one that will shape the future of technology and society. So as we continue to innovate and explore the potentials of AI, let's also strive to navigate the ethical challenges it presents together. Because the future of AI ethics is not just about how we use technology, but also about what kind of society we want to be.